Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economic Updates Thursday morning the 12th of September 24. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good morning. Dinar recaps. UK introduces bill to recognise digital assets as personal property. The UK government introduced the Property, Digital Assets etc. bill to Parliament on September 11, 2024. The legislation aims to classify cryptocurrencies, non-fungible tokens, and digital carbon credits as personal property under English and Welsh law. Classification of these digital assets as personal property, placing them in a new, third category alongside traditional things in possession, such as physical objects, and things in action, such as debts or shares. This new classification acknowledges the unique nature of digital assets, which don't fit neatly into existing property law categories. This marks the first time digital assets will be explicitly recognized in British property law. By recognizing digital assets as personal property, the bill would grant them legal protections similar to those afforded to physical assets. This change could significantly impact how digital assets are treated in various legal contexts, from ownership disputes to inheritance cases. The legislation also aims to provide a framework for judges to navigate complex cases involving digital assets. The press release specifically mentions that this could prove valuable in scenarios like divorce settlements, where the division of digital holdings may be contested. In a press release, Justice Minister Heidi Alexander stated, "It is essential that the law keeps pace with evolving technologies. And this legislation will mean that the sector can maintain its position as a global leader in cryptoassets and bring clarity to complex property cases." Long road to law still ahead. The bill is at the initial stage of the legislative process. It has been introduced in Parliament, which is a formality that takes place without debate. At this stage, the bill has no legal force. It is essentially a proposal for a new law. Next steps. Second reading. A general debate on the bill's principles. Committee stage. Detailed examination and possible amendments. Report stage. Further amendments may be proposed. Third reading. Final chance for debate and amendments. The other house. The bill goes through similar stages in the other chamber. Royal assent. If passed by both houses, the bill receives royal assent and becomes law. The process can take months or even longer, depending on the complexity of the bill and the level of political consensus. The bill could pass as is, be amended during the process, or fail to become law if it doesn't gain enough support. If passed, the government will determine when different provisions of the act come into force, which may be done in stages. Crypto laws evolving globally. According to an article from the World Economic Forum website, cryptocurrency regulation is undergoing significant changes worldwide. The UK is not alone in its efforts to create a legal framework for digital assets. Many countries and regions, including the US, European Union, Japan, and Brazil, are actively developing or have already implemented regulations in this area. For example, the EU has introduced comprehensive crypto asset regulation, while Brazil has appointed its central bank as the supervisory body for crypto assets. The UK's initiative to recognize digital assets as personal property aligns with the global trend towards creating clearer legal frameworks for cryptocurrencies and other digital assets. However, as highlighted above, the UK bill is only at the initial stage of the legislative process. It is likely that international trends and experiences from other countries will be taken into account during the discussion and refinement of the bill. This could contribute to the creation of a more harmonized approach to regulating digital assets at a global level. Layer 1 blockchains. Overcrowded and overhyped? The real story. Layer 1, L1, blockchains are rapidly emerging but struggle to gain market traction against established platforms. Developers are divided on L1 versus Layer 2, L2, solutions, each offering unique benefits for scalability. L2 solutions may streamline the ecosystem, but L1 innovation remains essential to push blockchain technology forward. The cryptocurrency industry has witnessed an explosion of Layer 1, L1, solutions, each offering unique promises of scalability, decentralization, and improved user experience. Yet, despite the rise in L1 platforms, many of the same challenges persist. with the growing popularity of Layer 2, L2, solutions that address these scalability concerns, questions arise about the value of constantly launching new L1 blockchains. B in Crypto spoke to three key blockchain developers: Jack O'Halloran from Scale Labs, Charles Wayne from Gaux, and Matt Katz from Caldera to unpack this issue. Their insights highlight the industry's struggle with scalability, the rise of L2 solutions, and the fierce competition among both new and established L1 platforms. The Layer 1 glut: solving or exacerbating problems. L1 blockchains form the foundation of decentralized networks, powering decentralized apps, DApps, and protocols. Ethereum, Bitcoin, and a handful of other L1 chains dominate the market. Still, new contenders appear regularly, aiming to resolve blockchain's most persistent challenges. However, the influx of new L1 blockchains raises a critical question. Do we need more, or are we overcomplicating the ecosystem without delivering real improvement? Jack O'Halloran, co-founder of Scale Labs, believes the L1 market has become overcrowded. He argues that while many L1 projects are emerging, only a few are gaining meaningful traction. The Layer 1 market has been crowded from a narrative and new token perspective, but a much smaller quantity of chains are actually executing in terms of market traction, O'Halloran. O'Halloran pointed to metrics from CoinGecko, noting that the majority of developer and user momentum is consolidating around the top 10 blockchains. Even when a new L1 presents a novel solution, O'Halloran emphasizes that it's not enough to guarantee success. Right now, there is a struggle for new chains to get a foothold in the developer market. They are getting user traction via airdrop mechanisms but are having trouble capturing market share with net new applications, O'Halloran told B in Crypto. The competition in the L1 space has intensified, with new projects needing to be significantly better than existing ones to make an impact. O'Halloran believes we are at a point where only the strongest L1s will survive. A case for new L1 blockchains. However, not everyone agrees that the market is oversaturated. Charles Wayne, co-founder of Gaux and Gravity, sees the proliferation of new L1 chain as a sign of innovation. His company recently launched its own L1 solution, Gravity, to address scalability challenges within its platform. The Layer 1 space has exploded, with many new blockchains entering the market, Wayne said. According to him, these new L1 blockchains are not just redundant but bring scalability and specialization to the forefront. Older blockchains struggle with congestion and high fees, while newer L1s offer better throughput and transaction costs, Wayne added. Wayne also noted that some of these emerging L1s are incorporating advanced technologies like zero-knowledge proofs, ZKPs, enhancing privacy and security. His perspective reflects the growing demand for niche or specialized L1 chain that address specific industry needs. Gravity, for instance, focuses on cross-chain interactions, providing an omni-chain infrastructure that general-purpose blockchains like Ethereum may not address as efficiently. For him, the introduction of new L1s keeps the development ecosystem agile and responsive to real-world challenges. Layer 2 solutions. The future of scalability? While the debate over the need for new L1 blockchains continues, L2 solutions have become a popular alternative. L2 solutions aim to improve scalability by building on top of existing L1 chain, alleviating the need for entirely new blockchain infrastructures. Matt Katz, co-founder and CEO of Caldera, advocates for L2 solutions. His company's Rollup as a Service platform helps developers quickly create L2 chains for Ethereum. Ultimately, the distinction between an L1 and an L2 primarily involves implementation details and affects the overall architecture of the blockchain, Katz told B in Crypto. He believes that while L1s provide the foundation, L2 solutions offer developers more flexibility without the overhead of building an entirely new blockchain. Katz also highlighted the interoperability issues that many new L1 blockchains face. L1 blockchains, in contrast to L2 solutions, lack native, built-in bridges to Ethereum. This absence exacerbates the issue of liquidity fragmentation, introducing significant friction when bridging assets, he said. In contrast, L2 solutions benefit from built-in bridges that align with the security model of the chain, making them more efficient and secure. Despite his support for L2 development, Katz acknowledged that the influx of new L1s can harm the ecosystem. Too many L1s can lead to fragmentation, liquidity issues, and increased competition, which in turn can stifle innovation. The path forward. L1 or L2? The blockchain industry faces a critical decision. Should the focus shift from launching new L1 blockchains to refining existing L2 solutions? Both approaches have their merits, and it's clear that no single solution will address all scalability concerns. O'Halloran argues that the market will naturally filter out weaker L1 chain, leaving only those that provide real value. Wayne, on the other hand, believes new L1 blockchains are essential for innovation, while Katz sees L2 solutions as a way to streamline the ecosystem. Ultimately, the path forward will depend on how developers and users balance the need for innovation with the desire for a more scalable and interoperable blockchain ecosystem. Whether through L1 or L2 solutions, the goal remains the same: to build a blockchain infrastructure that can support the demands of a growing digital economy. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.